Nigel Ely. Yes, it is fair to say the Paras aren't much liked by the rest of the British Army. In fact, I go so far as to say in my day we were hated as much as the enemy revered us. Yes, we're a cocky lot, loud, sometimes punchy, and as a journalist once said, Paras come with a huge propensity for violence. A bit strong, I thought, so I would like to add an edit. Insert controlled after 4. And this is born out of an esprit de corps forged by a level of physical fitness and infantry skills unattained by any other unit in the British Army. All bar the SAS, perhaps. Field Marshal Viscount Montgomery of Alamein, Colonel Commandant, the Parachute Regiment. What manner of men are these who wear the maroon berets? They are firstly all volunteers, and are then toughened by physical training. As a result, they have that infectious optimism and that offensive eagerness which comes from well-being. They have jumped from the air, and by doing so have conquered fear. Their duty lies in the van of the battle. They are proud of this honour, and have never failed in any task. They have the highest standards in all things, whether it be skill in battle or smartness in the execution of all peacetime duties. They have shown themselves to be as tenacious and determined in defence as they are courageous in attack. They are, in fact, men apart. Every man an emperor. Private Nigel Ely, Recce Platoon 2 Para. I was born into a white working-class family from London's East End, and if one wanted to categorise me into a social class, you can call me working class. I call myself working class. I joined the Parachute Regiment as a Tom, para slang for a private soldier. I was posted to 4 Platoon B Company 2 Para in Berlin. After Berlin, the battalion was posted to Northern Ireland, NI, for a 2-year tour, where I served in 4 Platoon, then a stint in the battalion intelligence cell, which gave me a completely different and much fuller perspective of that war. After NI, in 1981, the battalion returned back to its UK barracks in Aldershot, Hampshire. I then applied for and passed the selection course into Colonel H. Jones's newly reformed Pathfinders C. Bruneval Company, the Parachute Regiment's SAS equivalent. I served with many Toms from all different backgrounds and persuasions. For example, during my time in the Paras, I served with a ballet dancer, a Ugandan refugee, an axe murderer, but he got kicked out, a classically trained musician, and a public schoolboy who joined as a Tom and stayed a Tom, and who had gone to school with Prince Andrew. Footnote. In 1972, Idi Amin, the president of Uganda, ordered the expulsion of his country's 60,000 Asian minority, giving them 90 days to leave. 27,000 settled in the UK. End of footnote. But predominantly us Toms were working class, mainly from up north, with a disproportionate number of warrior Celts. I joined up with the same army recruiting office as a lad called Erwin Eversley in Blackheath, London. Our dates of birth are identical. In fact, our joining up experiences are almost identical too, yet 3 years apart. I never met Erwin until I was in battalion. Strangely, we both tried to join the Royal Marines first, only because of the Royal Marines' enticing recruiting campaign posters. Both of us passed the entrance exam. Both were turned down. We were also both about to get into serious criminal nonsense. I had a police record, so the Marines said no, and time was not on Erwin's side. We both needed to get away from our environments. I asked the Royal Marine recruiting sergeant what my options were, and he said quite arrogantly, "Go next door and join the Paras, they'll have you." At that time, the Army and Royal Navy recruiting offices were next door together on Blackheath High Street. So the Paras took us both.